the best thing that can happen to a young person is having the need to do something. Usually the hotels call us for the more luxurious room. We have done the Pelican Hill. When you are going through the hardest of the hardest, never forget where you started. I made a mistake of buying an SLR, horrible car to drive. A63 AMG with a mom. I have 2 and 4 years old in the back. I'm Silvina Petrate, people call me Sil, and I'm a Fast Lane Drive member since 2020. My company builds beautiful interiors, residential and commercial. We are vertically integrated from the showrooms to the manufacturing. We manage it all. I was born in Argentina from Italian parents and emigrated to the US when I was 23 years old. Well, definitely building a company gave me a lot of resilience. Since an early age when I started doing businesses, that created a lot of grit and resilience. Later on, I have some issues on my personal life that I think really shaped me. So it was a mix of business and personal life what really made me be who I am right now. I was born in a very tumultuous time of my country. We have a horrible dictatorship and I was born in the middle of it. So the childhood was kind of intense. You know, it was different for sure. By the time I was 6 years old, I knew that I didn't want to live in Argentina. Even though it's a beautiful country, I already knew that the potential that I had couldn't be developed in the environment I was living in. So all my life, I started working into moving to a different country or creating a different person than the standard in my country. I knew that education was my exit for a better life, so I really focused on educating myself. I got a scholarship to go to the best middle school and then high school in my town, and then later on I went to the best college in Argentina, University of Buenos Aires. When it was time to choose college, I want to go to the best school in my country. And my parents say that they couldn't afford it. Even if they could afford it, they didn't want to do it because my siblings didn't spend that kind of money in their education. So I decided to start my own business to pay for the college. I was 18 years old. It was a home decor business. My father had real estate where he was renting to a tenant, and one of the spaces in that commercial real estate was available. They were using it for storage but not paying for rent, so I asked my dad to give me that space, and it was very small, but I bought a little inventory. I started a home accessory small business, and with that I paid college, I bought my first car, I traveled the world, I paid for my sister. It was wonderful, and I did it between the age of 18 and 22. While I was running the store, I developed a love for home decor, and I realized that I was liking more that than what I was in college for. So when I came to the US, I came with my degree. I was very young. I started looking for jobs, but I didn't have a work visa, so it was hard for a company to sponsor me, being so young and with no experience. So that's when I decided to self-employ myself by opening a home decor and furnishing business. It really is a one-stop solution for people, especially people that are very busy and they love to be surrounded by beautiful things. So we make it easy for people to create an environment that they love, that reflects who they are, and enjoy it. Nativa is so different to any other furniture company. People don't realize when they walk in what they're going to find here. From the outside, it looks like just a high-end furnishing showroom. But once we start explaining our clients what we do, it really is when the difference comes. In our business, we can go from concept to installation. We have people that come here with the pictures of interiors that they saw in a trip, like a lobby hotel, and we can recreate that. Since we own the manufacturing of many of the pieces that we supply, we can pretty much build anything for our clients. And that's not something that any other furniture store can do. Some of the projects that I enjoyed the most were residential, and it has to do with the relationship I have with the client, which eventually turned into being good friends. And that has happened many times on these 20 years. When you decor a house, especially a big house, you spend a lot of time together, you share a lot of emotions, a lot of dreams. So you really get to know the person, and the person gets to know you. So I have developed amazing relationship from working with my clients. I will say that will be like my favorite projects because what it came out of it, not only the beautiful house, but the beautiful friendship. entrepreneurship. And then as well, we have done several hotels and restaurants all over the world, to be honest. So the Waldorf Astoria La Quinta is one of my favorites. We did that in 2014, and now we are redoing it again. It's such a beautiful place. I enjoy that project very much. The biggest project we've been working on are hotels. Usually the hotels call us for the more luxurious rooms. So we've done all the luxury villas for the Waldorf Astoria La Quinta, for the Biltmore in Scottsdale, the Arizona Biltmore in Scottsdale, which is a property that is iconic. We have done the Pelican Hill in Orange County, Newport Beach, many of the restaurants, Oceanfront in San Diego, the La Jolla Tennis Club. Most of the big gated communities in San Diego, their clubhouse have been furnished by us. I think all entrepreneurs are following the same, and which is freedom, is the fact that I can decide my future, even if I have to make a lot of decisions in a short time under pressure, and that maybe is not seen as freedom. I feel like I have the choice to go this way or that way, and that's the most valuable to me. I think the best thing that can happen to a young person is having the need to do something. When everything is served to you, everything is easy to you, handed to you, you probably don't explore your potential as you should. So in my case, I was always very driven. I was always looking for something better. The fact that my parents couldn't afford that or actually didn't want to serve it to me so easily made me have to find out how I could do it on my own. As an immigrant in the US, I have to find a way to make a living. So I decided to starting my own business was the best way to do it. I came to this country to live the American dream. So I thought that would be the best option. What I really love about this country is that when you work hard, it pays off. So I felt comfortable in that situation. I knew that I could work hard and get, later on what I wanted. That doesn't happen in every country in the world. It's so different. I went all in at a very young age. I didn't party. All my friends were on the beach. All the friends were drinking. And I was working 24/7 for many years. But now I'm at this age and I'm the one drinking or at the beach, while my friends are still working 9 to 5 or they don't have the freedom. So that's the way I see it. And it has been an amazing, amazing journey. If I could do my journey again, probably I wouldn't be that naive. Sometimes you trust people that you shouldn't, but it's part of life. I never find being a woman entrepreneur being difficult. I never felt discriminated or I never felt benefit from it. For me, it has been the same than being a man. I never felt a difference. What drives me to wake up every day are my clients. I have made amazing friends and clients through this business. Every morning when I wake up, I have a call or a text from one of my clients telling me a good news, like I'm moving to a new house, we bought this second home on the beach, or I reach a point in my career that people look after me and my services. Sometimes as early as I wake up at 6 in the morning, I have a text from a client that is in a different city telling me, we bought a new house, we want you to help us to decorate it. So I'm all the time busy, I'm all the time being solicited. So right now, I don't even have the chance to think that day I won't wake up or I will take more time off than I was planning. It's not an option. The biggest challenge that I face as a leader is the fact that people look at you as the rock at all times. There is no time for you to show emotion or to be depressed. Thankfully, I have a personality that I live all my life like that. I'm very strong and solid, like Zen. So it comes natural to me. But I know that for other people that are leading a company or leading a country, that state of mind and that kind of character is hard. When things get intense, what helps me reset is a thought, and that thought is never forget why you started, and that is what I will tell any entrepreneur, like when you are going through the hardest of the hardest, or when you are even enjoying the fruit of your work, never forget why you started, and that will keep you going. And I think that's the key. Never forget why you started. For somebody that is just starting, I would say that if you don't like the people that you are working with, just try to make a decision early on. Don't hang on too long to business relationships that don't help you, or relationships that don't do well to you. Sometimes we tend to stay too long in a relationship we shouldn't. And I'm talking about business partnerships. If something doesn't seem right with your business partner or with a client, you need to end it as soon as possible, because that is draining your energy to grow in a new thing, in a better direction. For the younger me, I used to have a lot more patience than I have now for people and situations. Basically, it will be the same. For fun, I do a lot of things. Most of the time is on top of 2 or 4 wheels. So mountain biking, I like to ride my bike. I have a Vespa, and my husband has several motorcycles. We like to fly as well. Fly is a big part of our life. I like to run, trail run. We spend a lot of time with the kids and the dogs. One of the very cool experiences was to customize a car, and the fact that I could put my touch into the interior and the exterior of the car. That was beautiful, and received the pictures from Maranello showing how it was coming along. That was a very cool experience. I discovered that I love cars very early on age, probably 5 or 6. With my siblings, we used to have a game with cars that have exotic classics cars, and I always wanted to go for the Whirlwind 300, the SL, and I will fight until I win for that one. So I always loved the beauty of cars. Well, I think cars mean to me what it means for a lot of people, that is the freedom and fun of it. What I found interesting about cars is that it's a mix of engineering and art and design and adrenaline. So not many things in the world have all that together. The first car I ever owned was a Fiat Uno, and I was so proud of it because I bought it with my own money at 18. The first car that I owned that at least I took a picture, like it was a milestone, it was a Mercedes-Benz. And I think that's very common in a lot of cultures. Like owning a Mercedes-Benz for first time is a milestone. The car was an E63 wagon, and I was a mom. I have 2 young children, so I will take the wagon everywhere. And people will ask me, why did you buy a wagon and not an SUV? And I say, because I think wagons are so cool, but people here in America, they don't think wagons are cool. But I was very happy with it. E63 AMG with a mom. I have 2 and 4 years old in the back. Cars that really enjoy owning has been the SLS, the Mercedes SLS. That one comes on a version of Whirlwind, or it comes at a convertible. And I got the convertible for the California weather, so I enjoy that car very much. And then lately, I acquired a C8, a BMW C8, and just the fun that car has given me, it paid for it. I enjoy driving that car so much that in the rallies, the last rallies, I've been taking that car mainly. The BMW C8 is a revival of a roadster from BMW from the 50s. It's the car that was used on 007 with James Bond, and it was the first time that James Bond drove a car that was an Aston Martin. So they went for the C8. And one of my favorite periods of design, it's Art Deco. And this car has a kind of a retro modern mix that looks very Art Deco. On that sense, I think it's beautiful. And then it's very powerful. It's 394 horsepower V8, so it's a beautiful car. And it has a 6-speed manual transmission, so you really engage with the car when you drive it. It's a lot of fun. Driving a manual or automatic is so different. It's like with manual, and I know a lot of people in America don't drive manual, but you can really feel the machine. It's like the man and the machine or the woman and the machine. And when I learned how to drive a stick, the most important of all your senses is the hearing, because you need to listen to the machine to know how to react to it. And that connection, I really love. Then, depends the mood. Then if I just want to go for an easy ride, I take the automatic. But I really love the shift stick. I think they're better than money in the bank. If you know how to buy, yes, they are. At least for me, it has been a good investment so far. Limited is very important. I usually try to buy like the last, when it's a limited edition, I try to buy the very first or the last ones that have been built on that edition. Also, it has to be a beautiful car. I made a mistake of buying an SLR, which is when McLaren and Mercedes-Benz did a collaboration. Horrible car to drive, horrible. When I'm driving it, people stop, any age, any background, people stop to look at it. It's a very aggressive looking car, but it's a hard car to drive. It's not that nice. That's why I never took it to the rallies. Like Clement has been asking me, like, bring the SLR. And I'm like, really? No, I don't think so. To do Palomar in that car? No, I'd rather take the C8. I decided to join Fastlane Drive because of my friendship with Clement. He told me about the group. I was a client of him because he used to have a marketing company, and my company hired his company, and that's how we met. One night I was just sharing with him over a conversation for work. I shared like, I need to go because I bought this car and I need to answer or send the money or whatever like that. And he said like, what car is that? And I said, and he said like, oh, you should join us. We have a small group of friends that are doing this driving club, and it's called Fastlane Drive, and I became member number 30 or 31. So I'm one of the beginners, and I think I'm like the first or second woman. The evolution of Fastlane Drive is outstanding. I have to take my hat off for Clem and the team. It's phenomenal. I've seen them since they were just starting to what they are now. And every month I get a notification that they're opening a new chapter. And not only that, they are growing so much. They're growing in an organic way. I can see the management of the club to be very professional and focused. It has been such a pleasure to see how the club is growing. The value that I found in Fastlane has been the fact that I'm able to meet people that are having a similar interest. That's not that common, and a very similar mindset. Everybody that I met at the club is people that are working to be a better person or a better business owner. So to find a specific group of people that they are always looking forward to grow, that has been the best part. And the other side is I'm a very busy person, like most of us in the club. I find myself running from Monday through Friday, 10 hours to 12 hours. And you think you're very social because you are always talking to clients, talking to employees, talking to associates. But the reality is that Saturday arrives and you've been so busy running the business and thinking that you were social and you have no plans because you didn't have time to plan. So Fastlane organized the fun for me, and that is really cool. My favorite memory with Fastlane has been the first time that we drove all together in Palomar Mountain. I was driving the SLS, probably right in the beginning, like 2020, 2021. It was just go, 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 go. So it was really fun.